Hey guys and girls, welcome back to BBR Suspension. Today we've got a Husqvarna 250 4-stroke fuel pump, and the connector that connects on it has snapped off. They are plastic and so they are a bit of a problem. What I've done, I've managed to get the piece that broke off in the tube, I've managed to get that using a screw extractor. Basically winding it in backwards, putting the pipe in some boiling water to get it soft, and then literally getting the screw extractor to hook into the fitting and just pulling it out. So that's half the battle won. And the plan that we've got for this section is to open up the hole and drill it out slightly and then tap a thread. We'll be tapping an M8 metric thread into there. And then what we'll do is we'll spin up a new little fitting on the lathe. I'm going to do it in stainless steel, grade 304 stainless steel, because I've got a piece. And that'll screw in, and then the pipe can go back on. And instead of using the factory crimped hose clamp, we'll just get a standard hose clamp that'll hold the pipe on, so it's easier to remove in the future. Right, so what we're going to do, we're going to just basically do a little countersink in the end. We'll then drill and tap it. And then we can check the thread, we can make up the fitting on the lathe, and we should be able to get this replaced. So currently, these cost quite a bucket load of money. And because of the KTM debacle at the moment, with the whole not knowing where the company is going and blah, 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 there's currently, I don't think there's any stock in the country of these fuel pumps. So we're going to see if we can repair it, obviously at a fraction of the cost of what a new one costs. Right, so let's get started. Okay guys, so what we're going to do, we're just going to countersink this a smidge so that the drill and the tap will run concentric to the center of the hole. This is the type of a injection molded plastic, so not excessively hard material, so we want to work as lightly as possible and as slowly as possible. So for M8 thread, you need a 6.75mm drill bit. I've got a 6.7, I don't have a 6.75, but that should be fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to drill very carefully, and just using a screwdriver you can see that we can go approximately all the way to the back. So what we're going to do, we're going to just get started, and then I'm going to make a mark on the drill bit with a Sharpie pen or a Koki pen just to see where we're going, and then we'll drill it out just so that we can get enough. There we go, there she's biting. Okay, so let's just see, just want to feel on the inside if we've got solid material. There is a bit of a gap there, so we need to just see how far we can go in. Okay, so that seems to be up to there, that seems good. And then what we'll do, we'll just quickly run the countersink again. We'll just get that sharp edge taken off. You can just feel there it is. Just make sure we get all that swarf out as well. And then we're going to run the tap in. Just make sure we get some of that swarf out. Don't want that going into the fuel pump if we can avoid it. Looks like we've got around about 10 millimeters of usable thread, which should be good. We don't need it excessively deep. We'll just see how it feels. Right, let's just see on the tap itself roughly where we get to. Okay, so we're around about, let's just count the threads, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the back. Right, so we've got 1, 2, let's do it like that, 1, 2, 6. So we've probably got about 10 or 11 mils of usable thread. I think that should be sufficient considering this part had no internal support. That was literally the piece that broke off. So what we'll do is we'll spin up a little hose adapter on the lathe which can screw in, and then we might put a little bit of Loctite on there just to seal the thread, or even a little bit of thread tape, and we can see if that works. Hopefully it'll solve the problem. So we'll head over to the lathe and we'll spin up the little hose adapter and then see if everything fits. Right, let's get back over to the lathe.
eyes, it's you and I. Let the time pass by, we don't care about the others. Let's stay dancing all night, 'cause I know you're my lover. Ooh, baby, I love it, and I can't ignore it. I like and you can notice, my body gets carried away. I don't wanna miss it, babe. You know that if you are for me, and I don't wanna leave. Tell me, baby, what should we do? That's here we have feelings high. So
Okay, right guys, we've got our little hose adapter made up on the lathe. So I'm pretty happy. Nice little stainless steel fitting. 5mm holes through, so no interruption to fuel flow. So basically, nice snug fit on the hose, and we'll use a conventional hose clamp there, not the crimp clamps. And then on the pump itself, we'll check it out, and it's a nice tight fit on the threads. Screws in nice and tight. So I think we have a winner. Pretty happy how that came out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to probably put a little bit of Loctite thread sealer on the threads, but I'm going to check with the guys at Loctite before I do that, because certain thread sealers do attack plastic. They've got some other chemical in them that attack plastic. So before I put it on, I'd rather just confirm that. So I'll leave that for tomorrow. I'll get hold of Loctite tomorrow, see if we can use the Loctite thread sealer on there. But for now, I think we've come up with a decent solution, and the kid whose bike it is can get riding again. Unfortunately, he broke his finger last weekend, I think it is, but he should hopefully have healed up sufficient to make the final race for the year. So, krijg ons hou vir jou duim vas. It's just Afrikaans holding thumbs for the guy's bike it is. Guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care for now. Cheers.